All right, everyone. Welcome, Lev. Thanks for doing this today, coming at us all the way from Mexico.
My pleasure.
Excited to have you, man. This is a long time coming, I feel.
It sure has. It's been a good work in progress.
How long have we been working together now?
About a year, I would say. Yeah, about 12, coming up to a year and about a month here.
Cool. So, for everyone watching, why don't you give us just like a very quick 2 cents about Elements Real Estate Group, and then we'll get into what it was like working together.
Sure. Elements Real Estate Group, I created that with my business partner from London, Ontario, for the sole purpose, which was to help Americans and Canadians buy real estate in the Riviera Maya and also sell real estate. And in a nutshell, we hold the client's hand throughout the whole process. So that was our niche, in the sense that we help with property management, we help with taxes, lawyers, interior design, basically everything to make it a smooth and trustworthy transaction.
That's awesome. And as someone who lives in Mexico, I can understand the pain points there.
100%. We've been through it. We've done it. I've been here for 10 years, so I know what works and definitely what doesn't work.
Awesome, man. Well, let's dive into like how we started working together and what got you reaching out to us in the first place.
Sure. My business partner, I think he's already worked with you, so right away that was a sign of confidence. And we were looking for a team that was going to help us take our marketing to the masses via Google and via YouTube. And the niche was real estate. Of course, it's different than real estate in Canada and the US, but with your track record and with his experience with you guys as well, after our first call, I was pretty much sold, and it made a lot of sense.
Cool. So I know we got into a little bit about the results in the last time we talked, but obviously I want to kind of cover that a little bit. So why don't you walk everyone watching through like what have we been able to specifically accomplish today as far as I know we've done some landing page work, Google Ads, we've been working on YouTube and video strategy. How would you summarize that over the last year, and what are the tangible results, I guess, that you guys have seen from it?
Sure. We have a very strong Google presence, which is good. We get a lot of leads from that. Are they qualified? Yes, to a certain extent. And then we started working with you guys for the YouTube strategies and how to film and how to promote ourselves. And that has been a real game changer on our end. We are getting a ton of leads, both from the Google AdWords, but especially from the YouTube, because we're doing it right. We're doing it based on the way you guys teach it. And it was completely different from what we were doing prior. And then we learned that what we were doing prior was definitely not the best and most efficient way. And now it's honestly, it's a breeze. It's very straightforward. Our filming takes 2 minutes. Our editing takes 2 minutes. And we've got 1 to 2 videos a week that we're pumping out every single week.
That's awesome, man. Well, we can't take all the credit. You're pretty good on camera, and I know you've been taking notes and actually working the advice, which has been always awesome to see as a coach. So
That's right.
what can you speak to as far as like how big's your team right now?
Our team is myself plus 5 other agents.
And how many leads are you getting a month from Google versus YouTube?
From Google, I'll give you for the last year what we've gotten. We've gotten about 1,000 leads from Google. And like I said, some are just browsing, some are actually quite excited to get in the market. And then from YouTube, we've gotten about 100 to 120 leads since we started about 5 months ago.
That's awesome. So for anyone that doesn't know, I mean, YouTube leads are the best kind of leads you can get because they are already warmed up to you. Google leads, they're not warmed up to you. They're coming, and this is the same with Facebook ads, Google ads, like you name it. There's a lot of intent that someone's searching, property for sale in Tulum comes with versus running a Facebook ad, of course. So they tend to be a bit better quality, but they still don't really know you yet. Whereas YouTube, they actually have watched your videos, listened to you. And this is why we like to combine the two, because you take the colder leads from Google, warm them up with YouTube videos, and it creates that similar effect. But when you get to Lev's level, where you're actually generating like consistent lead flow from YouTube, I mean, you can vouch amongst anyone, like how good are those conversations?
Yeah, I mean, the first conversation, the first text that we get from the client or the first call is like, "Hey, I saw your guys online. I love what you're doing. Your content's great. It's very quick and to the point, and it's better than anything we've seen before. We're looking to buy something. We just don't know. So we found you guys on YouTube and we want to know more." So it's already them doing the work and having that need versus us asking them, "Hey, we saw that you clicked on this. Would you like more information, et cetera, et cetera?"
Yeah, and it just takes putting in the work to create that value. And
Yeah,
that's what you guys do. You're teaching, you're delivering value, and but you build trust with people. And it's
that's the
awesome.
idea.
So what would you say to like any kind of specific results as far as like you've obviously generated a lot of leads. What about like what have you guys done in transaction volumes? If you're okay sharing, and if not, that's okay too. And then how's your pipeline looking today?
Yeah, let me find that today. Well, just today, just so you know, we've gotten 3 YouTube leads.
Nice.
Literally just today. So my team's already on them. We're working, which is good. And then when it comes to let me just filter this out.
Doesn't have to be exact numbers, just generally speaking.
Yeah, I'd say from YouTube, we're closing about anywhere between 10 and 20%, depending on the season.
Wow.
So in high season, we're closing close to 20%. And now we're closing to about like 1 in every 10 is definitely purchasing and doing a transaction. And in high season,
That's
like 2 in
that's
every 10.
crazy high. If anyone's done
Yeah.
online lead gen before, like 10% is really, really good.
Yeah.
So you
We're
guys are
pretty,
obviously doing something right on the sales side too.
yeah, we've taken our sales to the next level in the sense that now I'm like sales training where I teach people how to sound the opposite of a salesperson,
Yeah.
and how to sound like someone that knows what they're talking about, the expert, and getting the client to ask the questions rather than you asking the questions.
And how about Google? Obviously, it's going to be a
So
lot lower than that, but how about Google?
yeah, Google, I would say we're out of the 1,000 leads that we've gotten, I would say we're at about maybe 3 to 4%, because it's
Right.
just a different type of marketing where it's very much broader and much more open rather than like YouTube where it's a lot more centric, I would say. It's not that it's bad, it's just that it's a different type of marketing.
Yeah, well, we usually quote people 1 to 3%. For anyone listening that doesn't know, 1 to 3%, like 4% is when you're really good. And I
Yeah,
don't know many teams that do 4%, but they're out there, including you guys. But 1 to 3% is usually where I like to like set the expectation if you do
yeah,
things right.
yeah. So we're
Um,
doing it right,
so
I
if you're
guess.
yeah, so if you're doing 100 leads a month, which can cost you $1,000 to $2,000, you can expect to close 1 to 2 a month. But there's a bit of a lag time too, because when you
Yeah.
start, it's not like the people are buying tomorrow. That it takes some months to
Well,
manifest.
exactly. And I think we've done 53 transactions over the year, and I would say about 40 of those were from the or sorry, the Google AdWords because of the volume, and then
Yeah.
12 of those came from about 13 from YouTube.
So 40 from Google, 13 from YouTube, 53 total. That's amazing, by the way. Congrats.
Thanks.
And it seems like more are going to start coming from YouTube this year
Yeah,
because you guys are getting traction there.
yeah. We're
Um,
definitely going to use that workflow with the YouTube and maybe deep dive into social media too. But YouTube's been very it's for a different demographic, I think, too, especially for our market. It's a demographic that likes to watch videos and learn. They're not just scrolling on their phone through mindless social media. They actually are looking for something, and then when they see a person in front of them talking, and they reach out.
yeah, that's amazing. And can you speak at all to like the sending the YouTube videos to the Google Ads leads? How have you found that process?
Um, Sending the YouTube videos. So the YouTube videos that we've done, we do batch emails with those where we send them out to clients. And we recently did one, and I think we got like 3 or 4 reservations out of it. We sent a video that explained the project, and all of a sudden people are like, "Hey, send me more information. And where do I put my $5,000 reservation?"
Yeah, it's amazing when you can start to like take the colder Google leads and leverage the video to help make them
Exactly.
warmer. So the proof is in the pudding. I mean, you guys are doing it right. It's been a joy to be a part of this journey. So, I mean, what would you say to someone? Because like right now, times are tough in the economy. I mean, I know in Mexico, there's a lot of people moving down here, but times are tough in a lot of markets. What would you say to someone that's kind of on the fence? They're feeling like, you know what, feeling a little fear on their business. They know they want to do something. They've talked to us, and they're kind of on the fence about if we're the right partner or whatnot. What would you say to that person?
Sure. Without action, there's no reaction. In the sense that if you don't do it, you'll never know if you'll be able to achieve what you want to achieve. If you're thinking of doing it, I highly recommend it. Reason being is I wasn't an expert at this by any means, but I was great at sales. So now that I've combined these two marketing and sales strategies together, we've taken our business to a new level. And I couldn't say enough about it in the sense that do it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You don't, exactly. What's the worst that could happen? Do it and do it and do it.
I love it. Well, hey, Lev, I'm not going to get into our next project that we might be embarking on, but we're going to talk about that after. But we got a new program that I'm super pumped about that I think you guys are a great fit for. So we'll leave it there for now. But hey, I appreciate you coming on, man.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Talk soon.